Hey y'all, welcome to Art of the Budget. My name's Nicole. My pronouns are she and her, and I just rearranged my living room. And so the lighting is not great right here, but it's fine. My screen's really small. Anyway, today we're doing a budget check-in for what are we in? Week 3 of April. Really quick. Look, it's my arms. Never see those, do you? It's kind of warming up here in the Pacific Northwest. All right, so yeah, what did I say? My pronouns are she and her. I live in the Pacific Northwest on the traditional territory of the Coast Salish Nations. And I want to shout out to all of the frontline workers that are out there doing really important work, in a lot of cases not getting paid enough, so that a lot of us can stay home and help flatten this curve. Seems like it's going well in some places, and so we need to just keep doing what we're doing, working together to keep as many people safe as possible. Yeah, week 3, April. Let's get into the budget. Let's see, transactions. I had a few transactions, and some of them were income. So let's do those. Let's do those last. All right. So I don't know if you guys have noticed a trend, but I'm like obsessed with grocery store shopping. I've kind of decided my new hobby is to make things to share. Last week I shared some bagels that I made, sourdough bagels, and some chili sauce that I made. And whatever, I think it's fun. I went to the grocery store and I spent $44.23. I'm way over budget there. What are you gonna do? Okay. I went and got gas and I spent $23.19, which is the least amount of money I've ever spent on gas ever. Internet came through, good old internet, could not live without it. I've definitely been Zooming every single day since this happened. This may be my first day without a Zoom call. And one day my internet just stopped. Luckily, it came back really quickly and I was able to get back into the Zoom call. It was actually a call that I was doing about some money stuff. And I was like, whoa, like this would be really hard without internet. $79.95 for internet. Thank you, internet. My phone bill also came through, $63.17. It's a mobile phone. Hulu came through. That is down in entertainment. That was $6.55. I guess it's $6.55, not $6.51 now. That's fine. I'll fix that. My cat food came through. So I don't know if y'all would remember. You guys know I spend so much money on these cats every month. But last month, I ordered 2 extra bags of food because I didn't have any extra. And, I do live somewhere where it's like recommended to have at least some emergency supplies. And anyway, I didn't have any for the cats. And I'm so glad I did because those came through no problem. But then I got a letter from Chewy saying that they were having a hard time shipping. They were having a hard time filling orders. So my monthly cat food just came, and I'm glad it did. But again, I was really glad to have those extras just in case. So putting that into kitty food, and how much was that? That was $71.70. It's usually around that price. Last but not least, I donated to a friend's Kickstarter. I have a good friend who's a fellow ceramic artist, and she was teaching in Italy when all of this sort of happened. And because of her own autoimmune issues and just the circumstances and how they all kind of shook down, her students were evacuated, but she ended up not being able to leave. So she's stuck in Italy. As soon as the semester ends, she won't have any income. She won't be legally allowed to make income in Italy. And it really wouldn't be safe to fly back at this point if she could even make that happen. So it was the very last of my sharing my income budget line. So I did $33.75. Not a huge amount from me, but thankfully her Kickstarter was completely funded. So that's really good. She can breathe easy for at least a little while now. She's just she's one of my favorite people in the world, and she's a huge contributor. So it makes perfect sense that we all rallied to support her when she was in need. And actually, while I'm here really quick, I realized these came through this morning and I didn't put them in. So 2575, which is crafting the future. It's one of my regular things. And then $5 came through, and this is just a community support thing that I've been doing for the last few months. And so, yeah, that's all my sharing my income this month. That went really fast. All right, and now let's get to this actual income part. Okay, so let's see. Paycheck 1 came through. That was $2,078.74. So that's nice. I was asked to do like a study thing, a survey study thing from Credit Karma, and I did, and I got paid $15. So I'm going to call that miscellaneous income. And then last but not least, my stimulus check came through. It was $1,200. And so I'm going to also call that miscellaneous income. That's great. I've got a good amount of miscellaneous income. Let me know down below if your stimulus check came and what you're planning to do with it. I am planning at the moment to save some of it and share some of it. I think I decided, like before the number was even set, I decided to share $500 of it. So that's my goal. I've been struggling kind of a lot to figure out where. There's just so much need, and it's just such a small amount of money in comparison to the need. But for me, $500 feels like a lot of money. And so I am having like some mindset issues about it, like really wanting it to be the perfect donation and really wanting it to have the most impact. But at the same, because it's kind of a lot of money to me, but then at the same time knowing that it's really not a lot of money in the scheme of things. So let me know down below what you're planning to do with your stimulus check. Don't feel at all pressured to share it. Obviously, the first thing you want to do with it is make sure that your, your oxygen mask is on, and make sure that you're doing all the really good things to put yourself in a very safe, very stable position. But if you are able to share some of it, I'd love to hear where you're planning to do that. All right, well, that is all for this week. I hope that everyone is doing well and staying as safe as possible under these unique circumstances. And again, shout out to all of you that are on the front lines working, like my little sister, Jackie. Thank you so much. I will see you in the next video.